Happy Wednesday. Well, I say happy Wednesday. It's a very grim Wednesday. It's wet. It's grey. It ain't the best, is it?
Look at those people out there dog walking.
I know, I'm just watching them with their hoods up. They're getting soaked. Anyway, welcome back to the latest edition of the Laura and Becky Show, sponsored by Dales and Peaks Estate Agents and Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa.
So thank you. If you are new and you found us, please keep listening. And if you aren't new here and you've listened to all, what are we on now?
God,
is it episode 53?
50-something, isn't it? Yeah.
50-something.
Can you believe we've done that many?
You could have a big old catch-up if you wanted over the weekend, but thank you for being here.
Give us a like, give us a subscribe.
You could never do it.
Seriously, why can't I say the word subscribe? Give us a follow, hit that bell and a review.
I keep going, I've noticed. What's that? Where's that come from then? It's just annoying. I just keep hearing myself going, it's not even my laugh. Where I got that from?
Do you know what? I hate my laugh. I wish I could have a new laugh. My laugh is really goofy. Like when I laugh, I proper go for it. I'm not one of those like polite laughers. I proper let it all out.
Well, you do yours. That's what we sound like. Good Lord.
We sound like...
Should we change our laughs?
Yeah, how does one change their laugh, though?
Isn't it funny how you've just got to laugh? Like, your laugh is your laugh. Isn't that weird? What a weird concept.
When I was on holiday in Turkey a few years ago, I was there with an ex, actually, and we were sat in a bar, and there was a guy sat next to us who was laughing. He had one of the best laughs I've ever heard, and every time he laughed, we started laughing. So he was going, and honestly, we could not stop laughing at him.
Have you seen the clip that's actually going viral at the moment of a French TV show that basically, I mean, it's a genius thing. They've got like 10 people with the weirdest laughs together on a stage.
Oh no!
I should get it actually, and we should play it. In fact, I'll find it on my phone because I can play it through the system.
Would we qualify for a weird laugh, do you think?
These laughs are like something else.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're nuts, yeah. I'll try and find it whilst I do the podcast and play it maybe at the end to make people chuckle.
It's really weird though, we've all just got a laugh. Do we have the same laugh throughout our life? Does our laugh change? There's a question.
What about, it's like crying as well.
Yeah.
Like I've got a really, really bad crying face. It's really bad.
Haven't most people though? Like people don't normally look good when they have a cry. I love the Kim Kardashian memes because she's like a really funny crier, isn't she?
Her face can't move, can it? So she can't. She can't even cry properly. I'm just trying to get the Bluetooth on here.
Have you found the video?
I found it.
Well
yeah.
done.
How do I do this? Oh, Bluetooth.
Do you know what? I hate linking stuff up to Bluetooth.
Well, it says it's paired with avocado at the moment.
That's me.
Oh, is that you?
That's my phone name.
Oh, sorry.
Don't ask me.
Have I just given something away?
Yeah, don't ask me why it's called that, please.
Oh, come on. Oh, is there a story behind it?
There actually is.
Is it a good one?
It is a good one.
Can you say it?
No.
Oh, no, why?
Because I can't.
Go on. Is it rude? Is it rude?
Maybe, yeah.
Is it? Can you tell me after?
Yes.
Okay. So, laughing aside, we're knackered. Don't know about laughing.
I can't even function today. So last night we had our very first live event for the podcast.
We did.
It was so nice. We were at the Tickle Trout, one of our favourite pubs in Barlow, in the area that we live. And we had a few influencers and bloggers join us, didn't we?
And how nice were they all?
They were delightful human beings.
We've actually got a special podcast that we're going to put out tonight, and it's live from that event.
Yeah, I tell you what was weird, and you'll hear this when you listen to the podcast from last night's event, was having a live audience. That was weird. It put us about a little bit at the start, didn't it?
Yeah, at one point we were like, oh God. Oh,
Laura looked at me and went,
Don.
They're all looking at us. What do we do? They're all eyeballing us.
Oh. Do you want to hear the laughs quickly? Should we
Yeah.
go back to this? Listen to this. It's that one, listen.
No.
Who's the donkey?
It gets worse. Isn't that absolutely nuts?
Mate, that actually sounds like a group of farmyard animals just like making a load of noises. I love a snort. Someone sounded like a donkey. I had a snort in it. I do love it when someone snorts when they're laughing.
A snort mid-laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good. What a great idea, though. Well done to that French TV show.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're releasing a special podcast tonight. Have a listen, because it's a good one, isn't it?
It is. And also we get our audience involved.
Well, at one point we're basically climaxing over soup.
Oh, I forgot about that. God, maybe we did have more to drink than I realised last night. Me and Laura met this morning to take down the decorations from the room that we're in. And we were like, oh, we feel a bit hungover. And we're like, we didn't really drink much last night. Maybe we did.
Well, I remember us being like, oh, this soup. And then we're like, right, everyone make a noise to describe the soup. And they all went, ma. It's like one big soup orgy.
It was. There's a lot of sex noises going on over the food. Velouté, like a pumpkin and parmesan of velouté or something.
Like that word?
But listen to the podcast when it's released later on today, because you'll hear all the details about the shenanigans that went on.
Yes. So when we were setting up the room, we did like an autumnal table with some pumpkins, and we had to put some like branches and leaves and what did you call it? Foliage,
yeah.
We didn't have enough, so we had to go foraging for foliage, didn't we?
I mean, we actually went foraging yesterday.
We didn't find anything though, did we? We were like, no. Nah.
We went to, it was kind of like where some fishing lakes are, because it's very green there. So we potted off down there. And as we were walking around, there were obviously fishermen around the lakes.
Yeah.
And Laura turns to me and goes, oh,
fishing.
I'd hate to be a fisherman. It looks so boring. But actually, I'm of the opposite point of view here. POV, as they say. POV. Here's my POV on this. Oh, God, I'm such a gimp.
Go on, what's your POV on this?
I actually really like the thought of going fishing. Not all day. I don't want to be there in my fishing gear all day doing it. That would get a bit boring. But I think it'd be quite relaxing to sit there, get your line out. I mean, listen, I don't know the lingo, but you get your line in with your maggot on or whatever, and then you just wait for a bite. And it's exciting pulling it out, isn't it?
No, not for me. Don't like fish.
Well, when I actually went to these fishing lakes a couple of weeks ago with Lily, right?
I still think you're pulling my leg about this.
Swear to God. Mate, you were. I'll be down there in a few weeks fishing.
Right,
Swear
okay.
to God.
Okay.
So Lily and I were down there, and there was a guy who was teaching a little boy and his mum and dad. So he was obviously having fishing lessons. So me and Lily went over to have a little look and had a peer in the maggots and all that. Anyway, Lily was showing quite a bit of interest. She's quite into like nature and being outdoors and stuff. So I was like, hey, do you do lessons? He was like, yeah, I do. Gave me his card. I said, oh, my daughter might be interested.
This can't be true.
Guess what his name was on the card? And I swear to God, I've got the card.
This can't be true.
I looked at it. I was like, oh, Rod Bender. Rod Bender.
His name was Rod Bender.
Like that it says on the card.
How can that be? Like, on one way, I hope it is true, because that's hilarious. Because if his name is Rodney Bender and he's become a fisherman, that's brilliant. Also, if his name isn't Rod Bender, but he's just thought, I'm going to use that name, it's equally as brilliant. Like, what a brilliant name for a fisherman.
It's genius. I mean, that would make me book with him
Rod
as well. I was
Bender.
like, yeah, if I'm going to go with anyone to do some fishing lessons, it's Rod Bender.
I've noticed I've got a friend on Facebook called Gary Baldy. No,
brilliant.
Again, I don't know if he's taking the mick or Gary Baldy. Is that true name?
So why don't you message him, DM him and ask him. Do you remember as well, the other day we were having a bit of an admin day in here, weren't we? Like making lots of calls and things and sending emails and chasing up bloody money, which we seem to be doing a lot of at the moment. Yeah. Every day, like, right, who do we need to chase for money today? Who hasn't paid us? Anyway, that's another story. And anyway, we had to phone a newspaper, a local newspaper, didn't we, about something. And we were looking up whom to call. And there was this person, because I don't actually know if it was a man or a woman, and we still don't really know.
Well, so first of all, what was their name?
Gay.
So the name was Gay. So we're like, oh, okay, right,
Gay, fine, yep.
So you made the call and it was on speakerphone, and they answered the phone, and we both looked at each other and went, oh, okay, because the name was Gay, and they answered the phone like, You do the impression.
Hello, it's Gay here. How can I help you?
So straight away we were like, oh my God, they're called Gay and they're camp. This is brilliant.
I mean, I couldn't speak. When they started speaking, I literally thought, you know, when you think you're going to like lose it and laugh, I honestly...
Now, what we have discovered, though, in this phone call is there's not much of a difference between a young camp man's voice and an old lady's voice.
Yeah. So
Right?
we went from thinking it was a young camp man...
Gay. Called Gay.
But then later on through the call, and we both thought the same thing, we thought, no, this is an older lady called Gay, and maybe Gay is short for Gaynor.
So we were talking to Gaynor. But would you shorten your name to Gay if your name was Gaynor? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, do we have any Gaynor listeners? Can you let us know if you shorten your name to Gay?
I think it's possibly Gaynor. I'm going to go old lady. I think.
I wonder if we can look her up on like Twitter or something, or Instagram.
Or maybe we did ask about WhatsApp and...
Oh, and the person did say they're not very good with technology, which probably means they are a bit older. Yeah, I think
That's
you might
what
be right.
we thought. Yeah, so we think Gay is Gaynor, but yeah, there's not much in it. There's not much in it if you listen to voices.
Yeah,
but yeah, Gaynor. I quite like the name Gaynor.
yeah, nice.
It's a nice name.